Damn, that's still hot. Fuck.
That's a good cup then.
Should be for $50 fucking.
Oh, fuck that.
I got 2 of them. That and a black one.
Well,
for those hard mornings when you got double fisted.
Speaking of that, so this is just a quick update. Really, if you guys came to our YouTube page yesterday expecting to see episode 132, you didn't see it. And why, you might ask? Well, we're going to tell you.
Ooh, Mr. Cotta. Never mind.
So what happened was yesterday morning as I was heading into the station, because I leave my house about 5 o'clock, and the YouTube videos upload at 5. Everything else uploads at 6. Well, at 5:01, I got an email from YouTube that said our content had been taken down for medical misinformation. So I was in a hurry, trying to get to work, all that stuff. So I didn't.
Well, you shouldn't read emails while you drive.
Well, I didn't. I read the
good call.
The tagline. So whenever I got to work, I went through the email and then did the appeals process. So like I said, it's uploaded at 5. At 5:01, it got pulled down. I did the appeal, and within 10 minutes, we got an email again that said, basically, we're not putting it back up. It's medical misinformation about vaccines and all that stuff. Well, so the podcast is still available. It is on Spotify. It's on Apple Podcasts. Nobody else has taken it down except for YouTube. And basically, because they don't tell you exactly what was said that tripped their community guidelines, my guess is it is because...
Don't say his name.
We talked about a certain individual who was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and they were talking about things that you get jabbed with.
I don't know if you could say that.
For
the flu.
For medical reasons. And I said on our podcast, I said, you need to check out his research and the people he is citing for yourself. Watch the podcast, decide for yourself. I didn't say this is right, this is wrong, whatever. But it still got flagged. And that's the only thing I can think of. So while it is very disappointing, the podcast is still out there. It's still on YouTube, or it's not on YouTube. It's still on Spotify. It's still on Apple Podcast. It's on several other sites. I can't remember all of them. But so it's still out there for your listening and viewing pleasure. You have anything to add, Chris?
Damn the man.
And before everybody goes off on the whole free speech thing and censorship and all that stuff, I get it, but the First Amendment protects you from the government. It doesn't necessarily protect you from private entities. Do I think that's a weird, crappy loophole? Yes, but at the same time, it's their company, it's their platform, and they get to choose, rightly or wrongly, what they have on it. So that is what it is. And going forward in the future, we may have to make the decision to leave YouTube and go to Spotify exclusively. Well, not exclusively, because it'll still be available on Apple Podcast and probably...
we'll look into it and see what all is in. We'll
see all of them. I know. What's the book one? The Audible.
Oh, it's on Audible?
I think it's on Audible. It may or may not be.
I'll tell you what. Give me a hot second.
I think I have the option to put it on Audible, which I haven't done or whatever, but that may be an option in the future as well. So the podcast will still be available. The video podcast will still be available. But Chris and I and James as well will have to sit down and have a discussion going forward.
We are on Audible.
We are on Audible. There you go. So, yeah. That's just a quick update. If you want to listen to this week's episode, go to those other sites. Check it out. Leave some comments on this YouTube video about what you thought of the podcast that you watched on Spotify. So,
oops. My bad.
So anyway, thanks everybody for stopping by. Remember, if you are struggling, there are resources out there. If you know somebody that's struggling, reach out, let them know you care. Let them know what the resources are. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and we will see you next time.